Okay, we're here at the hang sesh. Perry is back from the game, so we can get this started. So, yeah, Perry was just telling me about how Cesc was
beating the badge.
beating a Chelsea badge. Like, is it what? So what? He's a proper Chelsea boy now. He's a
Okay.
snake, bro. He's a snake. I heard an Arsenal fan. Was it? If you follow Arsenal fan TV, you'll know DT. He said he hopes Cesc goes home and finds his wife in bed with an Arsenal fan. So I agree. I agree. You can't
That
you
would be
can't
good.
be doing that, man. You can't be doing that. But
No respect, man. He was one of our favorite ever players. Like the
we loved
Arsenal fans
him.
would
We
never
loved
have
him.
disrespected Fabregas for no reason, man. Never.
I know we loved him. And we even although his attitude when he left the club, it was a bit out of order. We overlooked it because he was going home. He was going home.
Yeah, he forced the move. He forced the
Yeah,
move,
he
man.
did. But we still
We just
overlooked it out of love.
we just complied, didn't it?
Yeah, we
But
overlooked it,
boy,
man.
this game.
This
Whew.
game, man. Like
Where do we
I
start?
don't I don't think we started too it, I, I think also I can't
Nah,
remember
we
who
started
said
bad, man. Because when you look at us at the end of the game, that was us
yeah,
playing
yeah,
with
yeah,
passion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't come out great. It wasn't. It's been worse in recent weeks, man. That wasn't so bad, but we've started worse. Like the Liverpool game for starters, that was bad. Southampton away, that was bad. So that wasn't so bad.
All
I
in all,
didn't think.
yeah.
I don't think Chelsea were too. They were too in control. Put it that way.
Nah,
Like at
they
that
weren't.
point, and
At that point,
80 minutes in, we found ourselves a whole midfield open. Ball ball was played through, and
I want to
like
know why Flamini was so far up the pitch so often.
he had no
What are
okay.
you doing in the box
When
like
we
that?
were chasing the game, I agree with you. But at
Yeah,
that
but not
point,
when it's 0-0
do you know what I mean?
and this guy's in their box. Like, yo, have some discipline for your role, man. Like, you have no reason to be there. It's 0-0. We need to just weather the storm a little bit and try and get hold of the game. And you're
Do you know what I
in the
mean?
opposition's box, leaving Willian to just run through like an afro with legs. That's all I saw, just an afro with legs. I'm up in the air. I'm high up in the stand, so I can just see like it's not aerial, but I can see the formations basically. I can see the formations of both teams in it, and I just see a massive void in the middle of the pitch. And I'm
Yeah,
just like, oh my god. William picks up the ball, Ramsey's chasing after him, goes in for some like emphatic challenge to try and take him down, couldn't get him. William just plays it through
boom.
like
And you know what?
Costa.
Costa would have been dreaming about that situation on that side of Mertesacker last night.
Where's Flamini? Where's
That was the
Flamini
aim.
though?
That was the aim. That was the aim. Like
Why
that
is
would
he?
be
Why
my
is he
aim.
not covering? All I'm
I
saying is,
think
if Coquelin was playing, that situation is not playing out like that. It's just not. That's not
don't
happening.
get me wrong. Coquelin's a great player. Like he's a really good player. But I think part of why we loved him so much is that he just had discipline. Do you know what I mean? He had
Yeah, he would
yeah.
stay. He wouldn't just run forward and like. And
It's something we it's
even when
something
there
we've
was
been
a
missing
break,
for years, isn't it?
yeah, when there was a break against him, like he had the legs to like chase down a player, or he could go in for lunging tackles and he might win. He might win them. Whereas when Flamini goes in for them tackles, I'm just like, oh god, this ain't gonna work out too well.
Very, very stressful.
And that
So
put Ramsey on the back foot, who then had to start doing these sliding tackles. Then he's just missing. It is just oh man. Um,
so yeah.
and I'm not liking Walker on the wing, man. I just want him back up front now, like or swapping with Giroud because I just feel like his head is up front. He wants to be back up front.
I know I know what you're saying, but he has to play that role right now, innit?
I know
Giroud's the
right
man
now,
in
but his
Giroud's
head
the
is
man in
up front.
form.
His head
Giroud's the
is
man in
like
form.
no, but even regardless of the form stuff, like I just feel like he should just obviously because we got a lot of injuries to our wingers and stuff. Like his head is like right. I need to. I want to be back up front like I was at the beginning of the season, and that's what got Giroud. That's what got the best out of Giroud, man.
If he's an
And I feel
Arsenal,
like
I just think, okay, you've been at the club 10 years. If you're Arsenal boy, yeah, come on, just play your role right now, innit? Because we really need you out on that wing. We have no one else.
yeah,
So if
because
you're gonna throw a strop,
no, but we do have someone else.
who?
Ox.
Do you mean Ox played there, didn't he?
Yeah, Ox came on, innit, as a sub.
Yeah, nah, but Ox isn't. I don't. Ox has been out of form. Do you know what I mean? Well, so has Walcott, to be fair, but at the
They
moment,
haven't looked much better than each other. To be honest, I think Walker
yeah.
gives the ball
Now, but
gives the ball away a bit less than Ox. But
today was Walcott's big day, wasn't it? Like captain's armband and all that. So maybe asking for Ox
he's
just to.
only dangerous up front, man. His head. The reason why he's not performing on the wing is because his head's not. He don't want it. His head is
Yeah,
not like his head's
he's
not
having
in the wing, innit?
he's
He's just
having a
seeing
bit
it
of
as
a
like,
sulk.
yeah, like I don't know. I don't think he's having a soul because he don't seem like that kind of player. I think he's just his
Form.
head's just not in it, like to play on the wing. He enjoyed playing up front. You could tell that he was loving playing up front, and now he's been put on the
Yeah,
wing. I still think he's trying. I just don't feel like he's motivated as such. Like,
but he's been poor, man. Like he's not even been good. Like he's not performing at all.
does he want? I can just tell. I can tell he wants to be back up front, but we've got injuries at the moment, innit?
So
But he's only a threat up there anymore. His career on the wings is done, bro. It's over. His career wide is done.
so after Mertesacker went, which wait before we even move on from that, did you think that was correct? Obviously, you couldn't really see.
Well,
Have you
yesterday we
seen? Have
saw
you
the
seen
same
it
thing.
now?
Was it the Leicester game where it was a yellow? Was it
Yeah,
Leicester?
I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I do remember seeing it,
I remember seeing. I can't remember which game it was, but I think it might have been Leicester. I could be wrong.
but he
Um,
got yellow.
and it was a yellow. And at the time, I remember watching it, thinking, "Whoa, he's the last man. That's got to be a red." So if I'm going to be
Yeah,
fair, it was probably a red, innit?
yeah.
But
When I saw it, I said if he's caught him, is well not definitely, but if he's caught him, yeah, it's most likely a red in it. But
and then he got a yellow.
he barely touched him.
Are you on about
Mertesacker.
today or today? Yeah.
Yeah, today, yeah, he barely touched him. Like it was just, oh man, I can't make up my
See that
mind.
it could have been given a yellow. Like there's no
Yeah,
like yesterday, everyone wasn't like, "Oh my god, you gave a yellow for that." It was just like, okay, well that could
debatable,
have been
innit?
a red, innit? Yeah.
Debatable.
So we need to be consistent on this stuff, man. Is it a yellow
Yeah,
or is
we
it a
really
red?
do.
So I don't
I
know. I
don't
mean
know.
that I've seen that given a yellow in it. So
Both
and I've seen
ways,
it given
innit?
a red.
It's a bit frustrating. It went that way. You'd have thought being at home, he wouldn't have done that, but the ref clearly
We got caught on the
was,
break stupidly. Like wow,
yeah.
no
And
discipline, man.
it was so frustrating that minutes later we were to concede. Like literally
Mm.
within 3-4 minutes we conceded. We couldn't even weather the storm till like half time. We just conceded straight away, and it was just the most frustrating goal again. Defending
Yep.
wasn't great. Flamini
And
looked like he didn't know what he was doing.
Chelsea are performing better since Mourinho's gone. But let's not make any mistake about it. They're not looking great in it. Like I've seen their
No,
last few games, they don't look great. So it's not like they're in since Mourinho's gone. They've just suddenly picked up amazing form. They're playing better, but they're definitely not looking sick. They should be turning up to Emirates and beating us 1-0 like that. That should not be happening like that, man. I'm sorry.
oh man.
Turn up
So
to the Emirates and just grabbing 3 points, bro. That's so rude, you know. That's
it's
rude.
rude that they even got 6 points off us this season.
That is
Like I was
rude.
looking, it's so bad. It's just so bad.
I think it might be the physicality of their team and our kind of not weak players, but they're not strong. Like our players are not imposing, innit? They're not physically imposing players. And I think that it comes down to their players just kind of just end up when the one-on-one, they just end up bullying us, man. When
Talking about the sending off and the defense. What did you think about Gabriel starting ahead of Mertesacker starting ahead of Gabriel and
well, most fans like that I've spoken to think that Gabriel should be starting now. So God knows what Wenger's doing. I think he's just playing Mertesacker out of respect for Mertesacker, but respect ain't going to win you points, bro. Respect's
yeah.
not going to get you 3 points. We know this already.
I
He done the
like Mer-
same thing with
yeah, I like
Arteta.
yeah. I like Mertesacker more than most. I'm not a massive. I do think Gabriel should be starting, but I don't know. It's
In games like today, Gabriel needs to be starting, man, because you
I
know
think
Chelsea are going to come. They're going to try to do anything to get that advantage, especially utilizing Mertesacker's slow pace. That's going to be one of the main. If Gus Hiddink was in there, he'd be like, right, if they're starting Mertesacker, yeah, just stay on him, innit? Like that's the first thing he's going to be pointing out. That's one main weakness, and you can't really afford to have weaknesses like that. Plus, it would have been good to see Gabriel, kind of battle against Costa and get one up on him this time, man. So I think he would have been up for it. He would have been like, right, round one, okay, you can have that in it. Like this time it's me, bro.
That was my thinking as well. I really thought Gabriel was going to start. I was a bit surprised to see Mertesacker start.
But Mertesacker's starting, isn't it? Like Gabriel's
Mm.
still the backup centre back, isn't it? So
He
I'm not
shouldn't be
really
anymore.
surprised.
He shouldn't be anymore.
Not by now, no. He's kind of like Koscielny, just a bit more aggressive.
Yeah,
Like a
they're
more
similar.
aggressive
They are
version of
similar.
Koscielny.
They are similar. It's just frustrating when you look at that game and then look at the teams that Chelsea have beat this season. Like here are the Chelsea wins in full. Sunderland.
I didn't want to hear this, but
Sunderland, West Brom, Norwich, Palace, Villa, and then they've beaten us twice.
like, how does that even happen, bro?
Sunderland, West Brom, Norwich,
Do you reckon
Palace,
there's
Villa. Then they've beaten us twice.
do you reckon there's like a mental block with Chelsea because they are a bogey team? It's kind of like a.
There's got to be, because we both said before the game, don't know about this, man.
I always say whenever it's Arsenal and Chelsea, form goes out of the window. Even if Mourinho was managing, we probably would have lost today anyway. Form don't matter, mate. Like with Arsenal and Chelsea games, form is irrelevant. It's just what happens on the day, and it usually ends up going against us. Decisions go against us in these games. Something catastrophic happens, like someone gets sent off or someone gets their leg smashed, like just some stupid things happen in in Arsenal Chelsea games, man. For the goal, I mean, obviously Mertesacker could have done better there, but my issue is why was he so exposed in the first place? Like,
wait,
I'm all about.
You mean the sending off, right?
Sorry, yeah, the sending off that led to the goal. Sorry, yeah. So like, my big thing is like I'm all about prevention rather than cure, innit? Like I'd rather just not get in that situation at all anyway, rather than right, we're in that situation now. Mertesacker do something about it. It's like, hold on, we already know he's slow. Like we know Arsenal fans generally think he should be replaced by Gabriel anyway, but he's playing. So why are you going to put him in that situation? Why is Flamini in the box, and why are they suddenly being given so much space? Willie just running through the whole team, and like, whoa, how is that happening at home, man? Like, where is the discipline?
Especially early on. And
Ramsey looked terrible today.
Yeah. Ramsey
he
didn't
look so bad, bro. Like even all his shots were off. His tackles were bad. He was misplacing passes. He was getting caught in position. Oh man, he just looked bad. He just looked really bad, man. He was not taking control of that game. These are the ones where I start missing Cazorla, man.
Even Ozil didn't look great today. Like Ozil wasn't great today.
He didn't look great, but he looked better. He definitely looked better than Ramsey, man.
Okay, yeah, but
definitely for me,
we've seen Ozil. We've seen Ozil create 8, 9, 10 chances in a game.
But remember, he didn't have a striker to pass the ball to, man.
True. That's
no
a very
one
good point,
to feed
actually.
the ball into. So, like when he was picking up the ball.
That is a very good point, actually. I never thought about that. But then the reason I didn't think about that is because Chelsea were so poor after scoring. Like you would have thought it was 11v11. We could have scored. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be after going down to 10 men. Okay, yeah, it was hard, but I thought
for sure.
Teams, I think Ian Wright said this. Not Ian Wright, another Arsenal striking legend, Henry. Henry said, Chelsea teams over the last 24 months would have probably taken that game 2-3, maybe even 4-0 after that point, but they just looked scared. They looked like they just wanted to hold on to what they had. I really wanted to get the equalizer, man, which couldn't do it.
Did we even have a shot on target in the end? I don't think we did, we?
Not too sure.
I don't think we had a shot on target. That is so bad. For a team being talked about for winning the league, man, it's just like.
Now we must have had a shot on target, man. What do you think? This ain't Man United at Old Trafford.
I remember it was about 70 minutes in, or 65 minutes. No, it was about 60 minutes in, and the guy sitting next to me was just like, "You do know we've not had a shot on target." I was like, "Stop it, please." I was like, "Stop." And then I thought back, and I was like, "Hang on, I don't remember the keeper saving anything."
Don't remember Courtois stopping anything.
That's bad. I don't know if that's the stat at the end of the game, but Oh
We
man.
had one shot on target. Yeah, so it was a bit of a Man United at Old Trafford situation. But bear in mind, we only had 10 men. So,
And then Alexis came on, and you could see that his enthusiasm was
that he was good.
contagious, man.
He was good.
Because
He
when
brought
he
the
come on, I
energy.
started seeing Ozil's energy pick up, and then I started seeing
Yeah.
Ramsey's energy pick up, and Monreal. Like I was just like,
I'm happy to
wow.
see he looks so sharp, man. I'm
I don't know. I saw him giving the ball away, and like his passes didn't look like as sharp as I've seen them.
I know, but we kind of had to gamble a bit towards the end, didn't it? Like there was times when Bellerin started giving the ball away, and I was impressed by Bellerin and Monreal, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's
Monreal
another thing.
again, man, Mr. Consistent. This guy, he's
He
so
made one
consistent.
mistake, and it did lead to the goal. He let the cross in, but there's so many times he's shut the cross down like that. I can't even blame him this one time,
Nah,
man. Like,
Monreal, yeah, Monreal had it overall, considering
yeah,
our performance, he had a relatively good game, and Bellerin.
yeah, them two. They were
Bellerin was
probably.
trying to make things happen, man.
Yeah, he was. It went wrong sometimes. He gave the ball away, but we had to gamble towards the end, so I can't
He was
complain.
trying in it, like he was
Yeah.
trying, and when you're 1-0 down, I mean, you got to try. Ramsey just looked awful. That was one of the worst Ramsey games I've seen in ages. He's not looked great like in the last few games, but
It,
that
it,
one was especially bad.
yeah, that was back when he was on. Remember that season when he was on the wing back then?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
before the centre midfield season.
Yeah, yeah. It reminded me of that. What did you think about the Flamini chance?
What when he did some fly kick instead of heading it.
I. What did you think?
I'm watching it thinking the first thing I thought that came to my head is why didn't you head it? You
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
muppet.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, it's got to be a header, and if
It's
you don't
probably a
touch,
rude. I said something ruder, but still, like it was a lines like, why are you not heading that ball, bro? Like, if you're going to be up there, which you shouldn't be anyway,
in it.
since you're going to be up there, get your head on it. That's it. Get your head on it and get it on target. Since you're there out of position, get your head on the ball, innit? Like,
So frustrating. And then, like going towards the end of the game, and there was one when there was a little goal mouth scramble, and we couldn't get a decent. I think
no one even.
Sanchez missed the ball. Like I was really wanting a shot on target. We didn't really have a shot, and it was just nearly through everything. Like just
Yeah,
wanting, and then it got to the point where Chelsea were breaking. There's nothing we could really do. We had to throw everyone
if we'd got a
forward.
point, that'd have been a point save, man.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
boy,
2 points.
because we didn't get the win, which we should have got against Liverpool. The That loss feels even worse because I feel like
No
that's
one
just
a loss,
more.
but it felt like one.
No, I'm on about today. I'm on today's
Today,
loss
yeah,
felt
yeah,
worse
yeah,
because we didn't
yeah.
get the win against them. It's like that's extra. That's even more points that we've dropped. So 2 against Liverpool we dropped, and then
Yeah, two
dropped.
out of the last 9. That wasn't good enough. I went into this thinking, okay, I said I wanted 7 minimum, but I thought 5 would be realistic. I thought we would beat Liverpool, draw at Stoke, and then draw today. That's realistically what I thought would happen. 5, but I said nah, 7 minimum. We've got 2.
Not great, man.
Yeah. So like moving on. Because we couldn't get the equalizer today. Moving on, we got Burnley in the cup next week. I would imagine we'd win. I'd imagine we'd see El Nene next week. I'd imagine we'd see
See, that's an issue that I wanted to get
Sanchez.
onto
Sanchez will
because
start.
from what I
Yeah,
understand, he was signed to rival Coquelin. He weren't signed to be a
yeah,
backup player. He'd signed to kind of like at least keep Coquelin on his toes, isn't it? Like if he drops form, you can put El Neni on and see how he does. So
in in all
he's a
seriousness,
replacement for me and Arteta, isn't it?
like I know we've said this. We've spoken like privately about this. Like I didn't expect him to play against Stoke.
I did.
I didn't expect it. You can't just throw a player like that into the war at Stoke, man. He would not know what is going on.
Or
Like
to feature, like he didn't have to start, but he could have featured, man. Let him get a little taste of the
I knew
war.
that you would be like again. I could be wrong because this is all on record. I'd imagine he'll make his first appearance against Burnley. Like that's what I'd imagine. Like
I just remember like there was a bit of a hype, like, he's in the squad. He's in the squad for Stoke. It's like, well, you got him in the squad. You got Flamini on there who don't know what he's doing.
you did say, and I agree. He's got to be better than Flamini, and I'd agree. But at the same time, Flam Flamini knows about Stoke. Flamini knows about London Derby. Maybe
But they
maybe
don't.
that's it.
Nah,
Maybe that's John. I
I can't
I'm
see
not
how that
saying
would even matter.
I'm not saying that is right, but that was that's always what I thought would happen. Do you know what I mean? And it looks like that is going to happen. If he starts at Burnley, if he starts against Burnley, then it turns out that that was the thinking, isn't it? But
I can't see how. Oh man, just like the whole Flamini thing. Like I don't want to keep using him as a scapegoat, but it's just like you can't have a bad. People don't comprehend the importance of a good central defensive midfielder in modern football, bro. It's like it's almost as important as a striker, or as important. Like he has to be good in it. Like you can't have a mediocre central defensive midfielder. You can't like not if you're trying to realistically get places in it. Like they have to be good, man. They have to
can't
be good. And that stat that Miles sent me, where with Coquelin in the team, we've conceded an average of 0.8, and with him out of the team, we've conceded 1.7, 1.6 per game. Like the difference is immediate, like double. We're conceding double the amount of goals since he's been gone.
we said it at the time, didn't we?
We said
At
it
the time.
before.
Yeah, we said it from the summer. To be honest, we
I
said
said
it
it
from
even
last Jan.
before the
We said it from like I think. Remember when we beat Man City last season in
Or was it Man
Manchester?
U? Was it Man U when
No,
we
it was
got
Man City.
short?
No, it was Man City. Remember, we beat Man City, and Coquelin was outstanding that day. And we
Yeah.
said, mate, if this guy gets injured, we are screwed. And he never got injured, and we won something. Yeah, we wanted a league, but then it went into summer and said, right, cool, we got Coquelin, good player. Can we just get not even a backup? Can we get someone in as good, maybe even better? Now we see how important that position is. And that should see us through to the title,
If
man.
he'd
Like,
got El Neni in the summer, because I know Wenger said he's been watching him for over a year. If he'd got him in the summer, then surely things would be a lot rosier right now.
you'd imagine, because he would be up to speed, wouldn't he? He'd know the. I don't know.
But according to Wenger, there was no central defensive midfielders available. According to Wenger, there was none.
And you know, I hate going back to this, but you have to because it's
Yeah, but
just it.
but you're saying you hate going back to it, but that's the reason, isn't it? Like
It is.
that's the
It
reason, and
is.
I'm not afraid to go back to anything because
Yeah.
that's the reason. It's like I know it sounds repetitive, but the stats are there, innit? The stats speak for themselves, innit? So people want to discuss the reason why Arsenal are losing these top games. It's like, well, that's the reason. Like it might sound repetitive, but the reason is clear, innit? So you can't be giving the ball away in midfield in games like that, man. Especially when you're playing at home.
So moving forward, we have we spoke about Burnley. We spoke about Burnley next week. We have Southampton at home. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. It's always tricky. Got Southampton at home. Then who do we have after that? I think it's Bournemouth away. And who's after that? Leicester at home. What are you expecting from the next 3 Premier League games? Southampton, Bournemouth away, Leicester at home.
We need 7 points out of that.
I
But
think we need 9. I
well,
really do. I really do, man. Look at the Southampton.
Yeah, but is that realistic?
Leicester. I think it should be if we're going for the league. Like, it's not as if we're playing Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs. Do you know what I mean? I know what you're saying. Like, I would imagine we'd get something between 5 and 7 at this rate, but we really do need to be getting 9. Southampton, Bournemouth, Leicester. Come on, man. Especially
we need to be getting 9, but
especially that Leicester game. Like you can't.
We need to be getting 9. Well, I know these guys are injured, yeah, but I feel kind of let down by their injuries. Like I feel let down by Welbeck. I feel let down by Wilshere. I understand that they're injured and like it could probably be frustrating for them, but I just feel like they just I don't know, man. What happened to Welbeck? 1 minute he had a bruised leg, next minute he's out for a year. What's going on? This guy was never injured at Man United, and if he was, it was a short-term injury. Comes to Arsenal, ends up being out for 10 or 11 months. What happened there?
It's very frustrating because he would have been nice today. Even Rosicki's energy today, Wilshere.
And the good thing about Welbeck is his ball retention. Like he might not be the best going forward or flair player, but he will hold the ball and he's good defensively, innit? He will track back and chase back.
Energy. I don't know, man.
Where are these? What's going on? I keep hearing with Welbeck, yeah, he's a few weeks away. Wenger just brushes under the carpet, yeah, he's a few weeks, few weeks. It's like you've been saying that since like December. Where is this guy, bro? Where is he? And where is Wilshere? Because, boy,
Oh, mate, I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated. I really am.
I'm missing Cazorla bad, you know.
Yeah,
Seeing Ramsey today was just like, ah, Santi, come back to me.
I can't believe it. Well, I can. I didn't expect much more than that today. I'm not
I
gonna
thought it'd
lie.
be I thought it'd be a stressful day because obviously it's an Arsenal Chelsea game, isn't it?
But for us not to beat Chelsea this season, it's ridiculous, and it's even it's almost as if the Community Shield makes it even worse because it was like it was almost a troll in itself. That
Mm. Yeah.
um, we covered it, man. Perry and Travis were signing out at a hang session. If you've liked this, just give us a like. Make sure you subscribe, and we are out.